when you're driving to Streamsong, you think you're going to a resort, you're going to a Florida resort, you've been to Disney World, you've been to all these different places in Florida. This is not like that at all.
It's funny going around this course and this property because I know we're in Florida, we're in the middle of Florida, but there's certain views where you think, oh man, this kind of feels like we're in Texas or the Great Plains. You look over, there's some water, you're like, this could be Nova Scotia. It's so different from how I would think of a Florida golf resort, and I definitely mean that in a good way.
The dunes, the ruggedness, the firm, fast nature of the golf courses. You know, we're the only place in the world, not just Florida, where you've got Court Crenshaw, Doak, and Gil Hanse and Jim Wagner in the same site, in the same location. All three courses are in the top 100 in the US that you can play. So that alone is very unique to Streamsong.
We decided to make it one continuous 54-hole match across all of Streamsong. Dylan versus Sean on the blue course, then the black course, then the red course. And I'm giving Sean 12 shots per course. I've beaten him in the past, but he's really hungry to get a win.
Today is day one of our trip, Monday, travel day, but we also got in early enough to play the blue course, which, you know, Sean even told me that the first hole was going to be a little bit of a handshake start, short par 4, ease into things. I made a little bit of a pull off the first tee, made a double. It's definitely a playable golf course. You're not going to lose a ton of golf balls out of here, but it's also difficult to score. The wind was up a little bit, the greens are tough, we had a few 3-putts, I mean, it's challenging.
I feel like if the first hole is a handshake hole, you did one of those things where like the hole is trying to give you a handshake and you went with like the knucks and...
No doubt. Just the messed up dap. And we're looking at a nice forced carry. If you start thinking about the water left, you're gonna really start thinking about the water left. And then it looks
One
like
thing that you told me is that none of these holes are straightforward. It's not like, it's not just a driver into the fairway and just a wedge onto the green and just a 2-putt. If you get driver into the fairway, then you have to hit the right side of the green. If you hit driver wedge onto the green, then you have to have really good pace with your 2-putts. Every single shot, like you are earning your pars out here. Yeah. You made one birdie.
I made one birdie.
I made one birdie. Felt like both of those were kind of like really earned, somewhat lucky birdies. You have to get lucky to make birdies at times.
You're right. Let's go.
You're totally right. Holy cow. That is a read, man.
I feel a little down. I feel great about the challenge of the golf course in front of us.
It is so wide open that you can get into a little trouble off the tee, but then you can really double down on that trouble or play smart, get out of it. You got into trouble in the first, I got into trouble in the 9th. That's kind of that trouble is everywhere. Just hit the ball straight.
All right, Big Country, we're at number 11. Talk me through this.
All right, partner, we got a 440-yard par 4 into the wind. 3 bunker complexes out in front of you. The left one we want to stay away from. No sense in even getting close to it. Center one's 230. Anywhere we navigate around it, left or right, is a perfect line.
Beauty.
Best experience I've ever had as a caddy. Place has really changed the way caddies are looked at through the player's perspective. A lot more respect. We're actually part of the experience here. We're not just bag toters in the old world, as they call it.
Jeezy is my caddy. He's been out here for 7 years. Knows these greens as well as anybody in the world, really. He is the kind of caddy who you end up just trusting everything to. That you don't get that a lot. So bottom line, Dylan did not play that well today. What'd you shoot?
TBD. We gotta tally him up over dinner.
Yeah, I was able to scratch out an 86, which is good enough for a 2-up lead. Absolute momentum. I thought I had all the momentum in the world until Dylan made a 15-foot par putt on 18.
Double sandy, $2. You know, I'm a kind of a classic northern golfer. It takes me about 18 holes to warm up once I get down in the sunshine.
I hope you warm up tomorrow morning.
Today, I think it only took about 17 and a half holes.
18 more holes tomorrow at the black course.
So the black course is this traditional
linksy style golf course. Like if you were going to import something from Scotland to Central Florida, this is definitely as close as you could possibly get. A Gil Hanse course.
This is such a difficult site that many people said it couldn't be done, and we've done it.
The goal for Black was for it to be a big, bold golf course, and it's bigger than the other two. I think it's about an 8-mile walk, and Red and Blue are both about 5.5 miles. You know, 5 par 5s out here, very forgiving driving holes. When the wind's not blowing, you can shoot a number out here.
Sean owns a 2-up lead.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it exists right now. 1, because I've always lost to Dylan. 2, because I just had the worst range session of my life.
Sean has been trying to take me down in various golf trips for a while now, and there's always like a glimmer of hope for him.
So I'm a 10 handicap. We're trending down, as is everybody who feels good about their golf game. And Dylan is a +2, so that gives me 12 strokes. I use all of them.
No doubt they're good friends. No doubt that there's some fun to be had in their game. I think one's getting a little bit too many strokes because I've been on the wrong side of it as the other's caddy.
We are 3 up overall. We're feeling great. Dylan's actually starting to play some golf. It's good to see. You hit driver off the deck on 4 onto the green. It's good to see you actually playing again.
I appreciate that, but there's a lot, you know, there's some scoreable holes out here. I think we can take advantage.
Famous last words.
3 down, but feeling good. So much shrimp and lobster, it's like hard to even get your head around it. In terms of our match, I actually played a lot better than I did on day 1. I made a bunch of birdies. I think I had 4 or 5 eagle putts.
Well, I started the day 2 up and I ended the day 2 up. And considering that Dylan shot 3 under, I think that's 100% a success. I limped my way in. I ended up with a double bogey on 18, but we are 2 up. Like, I've never really beaten Dylan. So yeah, the performance has been good thus far.
One of the cool things about Streamsong is that they make sure to give you a variety of different options based on what you're looking for. We went out on the lakes behind the lodge for some bass fishing, and I'm a decent golfer. I am a horrendous bass fisherman, but just being out there in the evenings with the sun setting over the lakes, it was just a perfect way to have an activity at the golf course that has nothing to do with golf, but just adds so much to the overall experience.
Dylan has never seen the red course, so beyond being 2 up, I've got an advantage in that I've played the course a handful of times. It's not easy. I would think it's the toughest golf course out here. There's a little more water hazard trouble on this course. The finishing stretch is very difficult, the last 4 or 5 holes or so. But Dylan is 2 down, right? So he's gonna come out gunning. He's gonna definitely go for the par 5s. I just gotta keep the damn ball in play.
The red course is a little bit more of a modern links style. It's right in front of you, but it's core Crenshaw. They've got these wild greens, crazy hole layouts that are really clever. And there's still a lot of the ground game, but there's also more elevation changes. There's a lot of creative hole designs.
It's unique because red and blue kind of intertwine throughout. It's been said that there might be some holes on red and there might be some holes on blue that Core Crenshaw and Doak did together collaboratively, but it's classic Core Crenshaw.
I promise you, I am not a sandbagger, but I've been getting tips from the pros. I got Matt Wolf giving me a driver tip. I got Xander giving me a chipping tip. I got Bryson giving me speed lessons.
Look, I did not want to lose to Sean under any circumstance. I did not want to lose. But if I was gonna lose, I wanted Sean to beat me. And that's really what happened here. I was excited to see my guy string together 3 days of really solid golf. He didn't make a ton of big numbers. He made a whole bunch of pars. And I mean, when he's playing off this 10 handicap and he is consistently getting the ball on the green in 2, he's a solid putter too. So, I mean, once he gets that combination together, it was great. And knowing that I'm gonna play a bunch of golf with him in the future, sometimes he'll be on my team, it's exciting to see him play well under the gun and really get the match closed.
We did it. We've dethroned the king, a professional golf king. I'm his caddy. Anytime you can beat the player as a caddy, that's huge. I will have another opportunity to play Dylan. Will I get it done then? I don't know, but I think I'm a better golfer because of it.